What's going on, Vape fam? This is Joe of All Vapes coming at you with an awesome new review in the sunny spring weather. I got a little natural sunlight going on in the vape cave today, and we're talking about unicorn bottles. Unicorn bottles have hit the market in waves. A lot of solid flavors, a lot of great brands out there are busting out these sweet little convenient plastic bottles. Incidentally, BMW ejuice is the brand that we're talking about today. Now, we're going to get down with their 4 signature flavors that they sent to yours truly. We're going to bust these out, discuss them, pick them apart, and then we're going to talk about them a little bit more in depth at the end here. So, away we go. Now, these guys are New York-inspired flavors. You can tell by the awesomeness that is the label. I really dig the artistry that goes into the label. Now, cool thing about the unicorn bottles, these itty-bitty little tips make it super for dripping, super easy for replacing the juice in any tank that you have. 4 signature flavors, like I've said. This one is called Contract Killa. Now, Contract Killer is touted as a sweet, awesome, and amazing cinnamon cream. Now, here's what impressed me about this flavor. First of all, the cinnamon didn't taste like sweaty gym socks. Now, I know that's kind of an odd statement to make. However, I've tasted a lot of cinnamon-flavored vapes that, unfortunately, for some strange reason, always taste kind of like moldy old laundry or dishwater. I just don't know what the deal is. Maybe it's the quality behind the extract, but it doesn't matter what kind of a fancy label or whether it's in a plastic unicorn or a glass bottle. Sometimes some companies either get the wrong stuff or just skimp on, doing the best that they can. No names here. All I'm saying is that BMW obviously got it right with this one. The cream, a little bit too light for my taste. And I don't mean it wasn't a good flavor. It was definitely true to profile. Case in point, one of my favorite things to say about a juice, because it shows that they put awesome quality behind the product. A little bit of passion, you know what I'm saying? So the cinnamon, really good. The cream came up on the kind of the back end. It was a solid binary flavor, which means you could taste both on the inhale and on the exhale, but would have liked just a little bit more cream with it. However, because the cinnamon was so spot on, the taste was so darn good on this. It's refreshing while being just enough desserty to satisfy my discriminating palate. You know what I'm saying? I think the dessert vapors are really going to love this. It's really going to be a good hit with the breakfast vapors too. And solid, big, fat, nasty 80-20% VG to PG. 20 is the lowest I would go with a solid flavor carrier, because as we all know, PG is a better flavor carrier than VG is. But if the flavor extract is quality, doesn't really matter nearly as much. But with an 80-20, you're getting massive, dense, thick, warm clouds, and the flavor chasers are going to love this too. So I really think you're going to enjoy this one. Next one up is Mugshot. And this one is a caramel cappuccino cupcake. This one amazingly impressed the hell out of me. Let me tell you something. Let's kind of nitpick this and just break the flavors apart. First of all, the caramel. Really solidly true to profile. It was a very candy caramel, but caramel is a candy, so it's kind of hard to say that they didn't shoot, straight forward and get the flavor profile spot on, which I think they really did. Here's the tricky part. Coming out with a good coffee flavor can go one way or the other. It can either taste really, really true and solid to profile, be nice, deep, rich, and a good earthy taste, or it can just taste like mud. And believe me, I've tasted coffee vapes that have tasted like mud and then some. But the flavor was so evenly blended on this one, absolutely beautiful. It is just intense taste to it. The cupcake has just a little bit of a creamy consistency, comes out on the back end. The first 2 flavors that you taste are the cappuccino with the caramel. Just hit your tongue with a burst of flavor, solid thick clouds for the creaminess on the exhale. So this one, absolutely my favorite between the 4. If any of you guys like coffee vapes, it's very, very difficult for me to find a good coffee vape that I dig. BMW has knocked it out of the park with this one, made it really, really pleasurable. Great quality flavor additives and solid mixology on this one. Plus with the 80-20, you're going to be really satisfied with this, whether or not you drip it or you sub-ohm it. So give Mugshot a try, definitely. Morning Homicide is the next flavor that we're talking about. And this one is kind of an orange candy. Sort of like an orange crush, but in my opinion, it tastes a little bit more like Tang, actually. It really, really does. It tastes exactly like Tang. Big plus for me because I was a Tang fiend when I was a little kid. It wasn't like the Nesquik or the strawberry powdered mix or even Kool-Aid or anything like that. I dug Tang. each to their own, you know what I'm saying? If you've ever tried Tang or just even strawberry Kool-Aid, this stuff is so solid and on par with that. Very, very refreshing flavor, pretty true to the profile as far as orange is concerned, but with enough of a fun candy taste to it. So the morning Homicide is definitely one of those. It's just, you know, wake up in the morning, almost tastes just a little bit kind of like Sunny D, but that stuff kind of has a little bit more of a heavier taste. This stuff really, really light and pleasurable. So I think you're really going to dig that, especially for the fruit vapors and the breakfast vapors. I think you guys are going to like this one. Last but not least is Informant. The Informant is a strawberry watermelon candy, and this one was really, really good. I typically don't like the fruit vapes, but this one tastes just like a strawberry or watermelon Jolly Rancher mixed up between the two. It's very light, it's very refreshing, very sweet, and kind of brings you back to your childhood, you know what I'm saying? It's a very pleasurable vape. I don't vape on fruit vapes that often because typically I like the heavier stuff, the creamier, desserty vapes, but every now and then I have to switch it up because my tongue just gets kind of dead to the original flavors that I started vaping from the get-go, which are probably the ones that are my all-day vapes. This one is a really, really good one. I don't switch up flavors that I have to force vape. In other words, one that you know are going to suck, but you've got a stockpile of them, and you know it's going to switch up your taste buds, you know, until you get down to your favorite vape again. But this stuff, actually pleasurable. So I really appreciate what we're talking about here when it comes to the Informant. BMW did a great job. So let's round all of this up with these 4 amazing little flavors. First of all, let's talk about the pros and cons. Convenient little unicorn bottle. Love the little tips here. The teeny little tips are big on for me. Easy for the drippers. Easy to replace your juice in your tanks once you've sub-ohmed the heck out of everything. 80-20 VG to PG ratio, which means clouds, thick, dense, beautiful, gorgeous, lovely clouds for days. And tasty clouds for days for the 20% PG, which means you flavor chasers are going to dig this stuff too. All 4 flavors, evenly blended, very well mixed, and the biggest compliment I can give any ejuice company, true to profile. True to profile, if you've never seen my reviews before, means that when they flavored whatever flavor that they've got, call it whatever you want, from whatever end of the fruit food spectrum, be it candy, convection, or otherwise. If it's true to profile, that means it actually tastes like the real thing. So if it's a strawberry vape, it's really going to taste like natural strawberries. So when I say something is true to profile, that's about as big of a thumbs up and a grade A as you can possibly get with Joe of All Vapes. So here's what I want you to do. Everybody go on to Instagram, check out BMW eJuice, give them some love, give them a follow, tell them that Joe of All Vapes sent you, and go to the link on their IG page at bmwejuice.com. These bottles are really super affordable, and for all 4 flavors, really definitely give these guys 2 thumbs up. They solidly know what they're doing. It's some great, great flavors. I know they've got a solid following out there. Help them increase their following, because once we find really good brands that everybody digs that are as good as this stuff, we definitely want to spread the word. We want to keep the advocacy up and make sure we keep enjoying what we do. You know what I'm saying? Make it alive and continue to thrive. So, BMW eJuice, really want to thank you guys for staying solid with Joe of All Vapes. Thank you very much for your support. And if all of you guys like these reviews that I do, I really, really appreciate your following and your subscriptions. Please spread the word here at Joe of All Vapes on YouTube. Check me out on Instagram at Joe of All Vapes _2. I've got some great giveaways going on, 2 solid giveaways for the month of April, and 1 giveaway every month till the cows come home. Solid, good stuff. Got my March Mod Madness going on right now. Really great campaign. And I just want to say to all of you, please go outside, enjoy some of this lovely spring weather that we have. And even if you're getting rained on, remember one thing, keep it cloudy.